In this video, we will be going over the theory behind the math examples. Let's begin now on MathCat. 3, 2, 1. We're going to talk about different ways to represent the operation multiply in equations. You're probably used to seeing something like 8 times 3 equals 24, or 5 times 9 equals 45, or 10 times 10 equals 100, where we use the letter x to mean multiply. When we start talking about variables in equations, we use letters toward the end of the alphabet for variables, like x, y, and z. So if we wrote 8 times 3 equals 24 and replaced the 3 with a variable x, it would look like this. 8 times x equals 24. The problem when using variables is this x means multiply, and this x is a variable. And it can get confusing as to what the x means in an equation. So instead of writing x times x equals 24, there are different ways to represent multiplication. One way is to replace the x with a dot. Another way is to put parentheses around the x. And another way is just to write the number and the variable next to each other. All of these are ways of expressing multiplication. X times x, x dot x, x parentheses x, or just 8x. Let's say we wanted to write 9 times x plus 6 equals 51. We could write that 9 dot x plus 6 equals 51. We could write it as 9 with the x in parentheses plus 6 equals 51. Or we could just write 9x plus 6 equals 51. All three are ways to represent multiplication in an equation. Let's write 10 times x plus 3 times y equals 32. We can write 10 dot x plus 3 dot y equals 32. We can write 10 parentheses x plus 3 parentheses y equals 32. Or we could simply write 10x plus 3y equals 32. All three of these are acceptable ways of writing multiplication in an equation.